Hello friends, welcome to the Sewing Swan. Today we are making this easy double zipper pouch, fully lined, nicely finished. This is the top zipper with a big pocket, and there is the middle zipper or the other zipper with nice lined pocket. So let's get started. You will need total of 6 8-inch squares, 4 of the lining fabric and 2 of the outer fabric, a rotary cutter or your scissors, clips or pins, your thread, scissors, and this is optional, a zipper presser foot. You will need 2 zippers. I have a lot of these longer zippers in my stash, so I am cutting them down to size and I'm keeping the rest, the leftovers of the zippers, for different projects. And of course your thread and your sewing machine. Fabric squares and 1 of the outer fabric squares and cut them into 2 pieces. One piece would be measuring 5 inches and the other would be measuring 3 inches, of course, by 8 inches, and each of the outer fabric will have a matching lining piece. First, with the slider piece facing down to the right side of the outer fabric, and sandwich the zipper between the right side of the lining and the right side of the outer fabric. Clip or pin and sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and the end of your sewing. Now get the other side of the zipper and repeat what we have done just now. Place the outer piece to the other edge of the zipper, right face to the right face of the smaller piece, and the lining piece facing the lining piece right sides together. Line them all up to the other edge of the zipper, pin and sew. There we go. So here is the outer, and here is the lining side. Now we need to add 1 piece of the lining fabric to this part, the front of the bag. So when we open the zipper, we already have a real pocket with a real lining inside. So let's attach it to the front of the pouch with really close to the edge seam. This will not be seen and this will be hidden into the zipper later on, but just let's hang it on by a little sewing very close to the edge. Use a pin or 2 to keep it in place. Place the second zipper with the slider down facing the right side of the fabric, the outer side. Pin in place and sew. And now the zipper is sewn on, and here is the pocket fully lined. Now let's get off the extra zippers and make sure zipper head or slider is away, so you don't cut it and make your zipper useless. If it is more comfortable for you and makes you less worried, you can keep the zippers and do not cut them to size until the last seam. Now we will add the outer piece of the pouch to the zipper with right sides together. we just line it up with the empty edge of the zipper, pin and sew. And here is the outer piece of the backing sewn to the other side of the zipper. Be careful with moving the zipper pullers because they already have lost their stoppers. Lining of the inner bag. Now this pocket is already lined, so when you open it you have the lining, but this one is not. If we open it we will find the raw sides. Get lining squares and line it up with one edge of the top zipper with the right side down. Pin into place and sew. Here's one piece of lining attached to one side of the zipper, and in the same way we attach the second piece. With right side down, we just attach it to the other side of the zipper, pin and sew. Side of the bag, after sewing the lining pieces on, now when you open the top zipper you find it fully lined. Now get your top seam half open. Bring the front of the bag on the back, which is the outer fabric, and also the lining of that part. And sew the whole bag or the double zipper pouch all together, leaving an opening in the lining to flip it out from. Mark the opening so you don't forget where it is located and you don't just sew it all closed. And don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and at the end. For the zipper, it should be pointing, it should be folded, of course, and pointing towards the lining. Always make your zipper, while folded, pointing to the lining. Now sew it all together from the first mark all the way to the second with half an inch seam allowance. Remove the edge or fabric resulting from a little shifting of the pouch while sewing, which is normal, and to help square it up. And don't forget to cut the corners without cutting your stitches. Cut these little triangles without cutting into your sewing. This way for all the four corners. And now from the opening, give the top zipper open and flip your pouch out. Also through the lining with your fingertip or a flipping tool, push the corners out for nicer look. Place the lining inside. And now you got your nice double zipper pouch finished. In the future, we will be making a small cross bag with double zippers. So one thing left, you need to finish the opening where you flipped out the pouch. This is just a 2 to 3 inch sewing. You can do it by hand or your sewing machine. I'm using my sewing machine. And here is it all finished. This is so simple and easy. Your first pocket, nicely lined and finished. And the second pocket, nicely lined and finished. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more useful future tutorials. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time. Bye bye.